back to the drive. On the way to class, fun stuff. As you can tell, I am using the phone microphone now instead of the microphone. It went a little bit better last time, but it was still some moments where it got a little annoying. I'm pretty sure I know where to hook it up now. You can't put it down here. I need to put it like way up here, or I mean, still just hook it up to my shirt here, but mainly it's like right up here, just so it doesn't like rub up against my shirt or the seatbelt or anything like that. But I'm gonna see how this sounds because I think it sounds better with just my phone mic, anyways. So we're just gonna stick with that, I think, and move on from that. I mean, it's not that big of a deal if I don't use that mic, because I can just use it for something else. It's not like I wasted money on it. I can still benefit from using it in other things, but just for this, I don't think I'm gonna use it. But we'll see how this sounds, because I think it's gonna be fine. It's just a little different. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I hope y'all are doing well today. I'm doing all right. Woke up a little late. Woke up at like 9 or something like that. A little pissed off. I need to get it to where I turn off my alarms on my watch, because that's what causes issues now. Because I usually put my phone on the other side of the room, so I have to get up out of bed in order to actually go and turn it off. So now that I have my watch on at night when I'm sleeping, the alarms go to my watch and starts waking me up here, and I can just turn off the alarm from my watch, which defeats the purpose of putting the phone on the other side of the room. So I think now, once I figure out how to do that, we'll be fine. But yeah, it's just been a little frustrating, because like by the time I'm going to bed, it's already like later than I wanted to go to bed anyways. But it's whatever. But now I don't have to worry about the mic just shutting off anymore. I can just worry about the GoPro potentially falling off, but there's that. Anyways, besides that, I've been kind of getting back into my content groove again, so I'm pretty happy about that. I've officially hired an editor, just like freelance work for another guy, and then a thumbnail thing as well. So we're getting stuff done. It's just going to cost a lot more money to do that. But now that, you know, I've got a job, which I haven't started yet, I don't start till July, but you know, I don't have like that many expenses. I can utilize this a little bit right now and put my best foot forward before I start, you know, committing so much time to this job. I don't have as much free time as I do now. I'll be able to work on that a little bit, and get some more content out, because I'm not having to spend so much of my time working on so many different things at once. I'll be able to have everything kind of condensed down, and I can actually make it manageable. So I'm excited about that. Other than that, I've been trying to figure out how I put so much thought into this job. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. I put so much like thought into it, as in like I'm reading all these books, you know, like how to sounds bad, but like how to psychologically deal with people, basically. You know, a lot of the things that the book says is stuff I've already kind of thought about. It's like some of the basic stuff, even though I'm only in like chapter 3, it's like, don't just ridicule someone, or don't ridicule people at all. You know, there's no point in punishing someone, because that's just going to cause resentment or whatever. And like, yeah, that makes sense, because I know how I felt whenever someone wasn't getting after me for something. It's like, it's like, it's frustrating, you know? And instead of like doing the punishment, make sure before you actually speak to the person that you understand their point of view, or like, not before you speak to the person, but like think about their point of view and then approach the person, learn about why they made the decision that they made, even though it might have been incorrect. Learn about why they did that, and then just kind of, you know, make like suggestions, or try and put like a plan in place to make sure something like that doesn't happen again, rather than being like, oh, I'm going to write you up for this immediately. Because some things you do have to write people up for. There's no like putting that aside. You just kind of have to do that, unfortunately. But instead of just making it seem like this really bad thing, make it like a learning experience, you know. And even some of it's like a learning experience for yourself. You know, that's like one of the main things that the book has covered so far that I'm reading, and some of the books I've already read so far. Although this is just an entry-level position, it's like I read so many stories on Reddit and stuff like that of, you know, the associates that work at Amazon. You know, they complain about the area managers, and they complain about some of these things that they're having to go through. And it's like, I know some of them are not telling the full story, but I'm also trying to understand, like, yeah, I don't agree with what the manager did here. I don't understand why they're being so rude. Like, if you want people to be on your team, you can't just be rude to them. You have to treat them like people. Oh my Jesus Christ, what just happened? Oh no, it came off, dude. Are you kidding me? It came off? Did. That's frustrating. Okay. I'm gonna have to hold it like this for a second until I stop, and then I can probably reattach it. Nothing wants to work for me, dude. There's just a lot of things that I see online, and I want to be the best person I possibly can for my associates. And I'm doing a lot of this work beforehand to make sure, you know, I have the right mindset going into this, because, you know, there's some people that go into this thinking it's gonna be like easy, or they just don't care enough. They're like, oh, I'm just here for a paycheck. But it's like, I'm there for the paycheck, but I'm also there to, you know, be the best person that I can for the company, because at the end of the day, this is my career. I want to be able to make other people feel like they want to come into work, not only just for the paycheck, but also because they know they're gonna, you know, they're not gonna just hate coming in. Obviously, there's people that are, you know, not gonna like just coming in doing the same thing at your job, but making it more bearable, I guess, is the word I'm trying to look for. And just learn some new things about how people react to some certain things. I feel like even if I didn't read this book, I feel like I would have, you know, or reading the books that I have been, I feel like I would have been well suited for this position. But it's always just a good reminder to have, I think. Just reading over these things and be like, oh yeah, you know, I really should highlight this or really think about this more, even though these are things I think about constantly. It's more of like, it's a good reminder. I don't know if that makes any sense. But I also just wanted to say this because, you know, I'm building like these softwares that are gonna help me manage better, in terms of like doing like personal performance reviews on myself. You know, what am I not doing that I need to be doing? I can look back at like my first month or my second month and see how I was feeling then, or what I was doing then, and then have I, you know, just gradually stopped doing something that was actually beneficial for me. Because sometimes you do things like that where you're doing this one thing and then you just kind of completely forgot you were doing it. Or you just unconsciously just stop doing it without even knowing that you stopped doing it until you look back at it. So I'm building those sorts of things. I'm actually in the process of doing it, and I'm really enjoying it. And also it helps me to keep track of like certain things that associates had like complaints about, you know, what they were doing well. If I had any run-ins or anything to document, I want to document as much stuff as I can. You know, what this employee did well or something like that, because at the end of the day, I want to have specific points in time that if an associate does want to move up through the company and I have the ability to do that, I have documentation of everything that they did. I can point those out to their recruiter or anything like that, and also help me, you know, compare specific people, like, you because I think I would have a say in who becomes like the person below me. Because again, there's associate, and then there's another manager or manager supervisor that's below me as well. And so I want to make sure I have people that are in that position below me that are also going to be well suited for the job as well. So I'm building like a whole like software thing on my daily app right now that I have on my PC. That'll help with that quite a bit. So even though that's 3 months out, I'm still doing it now because it just like excites me more about the job, and all that stuff. But it just sucks that it's 3 months out. I wish I kind of was already starting here soon, but I've also got a lot of stuff coming up, so it's a good thing that it's not starting for a while. Because it could be starting next month, realistically. They could have had me starting next month, and that would have put a lot of pressure on me because I still have to do the graduation stuff, and all that. But I'm excited. That's about it. That's about all I really need to say about it. Is I'm excited. Other than that, I've been doing pretty good with keeping track of stuff, like my journal. Well, I haven't been doing great about it, but I'm doing better than like just stopping it altogether. I haven't been great about updating it consistently throughout the day because I'll be on my main computer and I don't have the journal next to me. So there's that. And I've also just been like getting really lazy on like productivity and getting some things done that need to get done, such as like my laundry. Yeah. It just gets frustrating when I stop just doing things that I really value doing, like waking up. I used to wake up at 6:30 in the morning, which I still think is a little early. I would rather wake up at 7:30, but today, my alarm was set for 8. I woke up at 8 because of my watch alarm, but then I just turned it off and I went back to bed, and I woke up at like 8:50, 9 o'clock. It's like that's just like an hour wasted of my day. Then I've been falling behind on my emails a little bit. I need to be doing that. I like having a clean inbox to an extent. I also need to make like some other folders so I can just transfer some of the important emails to certain folders and stuff instead of just having it sit in my main inbox. And it's just better to have it organized like that. And I've also started doing this thing with YouTube Shorts. I had one of the people in my community kind of bring it up, like they were just streaming on YouTube Shorts, and it was fun. It was also it was like an interesting idea when I first heard it. I was like, I've started doing it on TikTok, and TikTok, it's been all right. I can't complain too much about it, but it just hasn't really been working. But I started going to YouTube Shorts, streaming on there whenever I'm playing like a certain game or I'm doing something specific. I'll start up a stream on there real quick and stream for a little bit. But yeah, it's been doing really well for me. It's gotten like a lot of viewers, a lot of new subscribers, so I can't really complain too much about it. But it's a nice little addition to my streams, basically, and bring some new eyes, I guess, because I really do enjoy streaming. When I know what I'm doing that day, I need to start planning out my streams so I can have like an idea of, what do I feel like playing today at the start of stream, and then if I go off the path and do something else, still I have something to rely back on, because sometimes when I get done playing something, I'm like, well, what do I do now? So I'm just kind of sitting there for a few minutes, just kind of like, what do I do? If I had a plan there, then it's like, okay, I've got this planned out. If I end up like doing something else where it's like, oh, actually, you know what, this thing came up, let's do this instead. It's like, okay, after that, then I can go on with my plan and do what else I want to do that day on stream. Yeah, let's see what else has happened this week. I'm not gonna go on screen. Work, oh my god, work was absolutely awful this past weekend. Hold up. On like Friday, I had some dude come in and he wanted like 15 gallons of flat finish paint, basically. As a contractor, he came in, he asked for 15 gallons of paint, but what he originally said, what I heard, was eggshell. Now with me, I always double check with the customer to make sure that I'm making the right thing, you know, because I don't want to make the wrong thing, and so I confirmed with him. Yeah, I have, you know, I have 15 gallons of this ProMar 200 and eggshell. He says yes. That's the confirmation I need. So I go and mix up that paint. Thank God it wasn't tinted. It was just white out of the can or out of the bucket, because it's a 5-gallon bucket. And so I bring it out to him. I bring it out to his little van or whatever they have. And he's like, I need it flat. I was like, usually I kind of keep my cool, and I did keep my cool with him. I was like, oh, okay. You had said eggshell, and I confirmed that it was eggshell with you, but I'll go take it back, and I'll make it in flat instead. You know, I'll go grab 15 gallons of flat buckets, because when it's not tinted, we can return the product. So I did a correction. I changed the eggshell to the flat, saved him some money. Hoorah. But yeah, it just kind of sucked. I was a little annoyed by that. The next customer comes in, was a very simple order. She just wanted a gallon of paint. You didn't really, you know, had the color already picked out, had the product already picked out. So it was a very simple order. But she just had like a big attitude with me. I was already a little annoyed with this other guy, and then her having an attitude as well was a little frustrating. I need to slow down. I wish we had 35 on this road and not like 45 like the rest of the road is. But yeah, she was having an attitude with me. Another guy comes in, he wants a paint match done, and paint matches can either be like a little fun. I mean, they're not usually fun, but they can be like normal. They can be like, you know, normal, just scan it, you know, get it done with. But I had to retry this paint color 7 different times. It just wasn't working. I was getting so frustrated. Eventually I got it to work. But I was just like, I was so over it, dude. I was annoyed, and then I had this customer being rude, or not being rude really, but like having an attitude with me for no reason at all. And then it's just this difficult paint match, and I was just frustrated. And then I had one other guy come in later. I don't know, it was like the worst like chain of customers I've had in a while. I forget what he did, but it was just so annoying to me. And I'm sure it was heightened. It probably was a simple thing, but just like a slight inconvenience that just turned into like this big thing for me, because I was already having so much issues with some other stuff. But I didn't like lash out at anyone. I was just like, yeah, I can do that for you, you know, kind of holding back like my frustration. And then it comes to, that was kind of the end of that little chain there. It's kind of frustrating. Got some food, and I was eventually, you know, a little bit better. Then it comes to Monday, because we didn't work Sunday because of Easter. Monday, I come in, and I had a customer that was, I had another contract come in. Oh, it's so frustrating. He brought in a cabinet door. It has two colors on it. They're both whites, but they're a little bit different. Comes in and he says he needs 3 gallons of this color and then 3 gallons of this other color. One of them is in an eggshell finish, another one is in a semi-gloss finish. He wants a Promar 200 oil base for the eggshell. He wants Pro Classic semi-gloss. Pro Classic and Promar 200 are products that we sell. Both of these are gonna be oil-based products. So I confirmed with him 3 different times, 3 different times. I confirmed with him, okay, I have 3 gallons of Promar 200 eggshell and oil base, and I have 3 gallons of Pro Classic semi-gloss for this color and this color. Again, we're matching here, okay? So when we do matches, we make 1 gallon of each at a time. What the hell was that? We make 1 gallon of each at a time to make sure, you know, they like the color first and that they're going to approve of it first. So I do that. And again, there's already been 3 confirmations before this that this is what he wanted. I go and show him the colors. Again, I've only made 1 gallon of this Pro Classic and 1 gallon of this Promar 200 to make sure he's approved both those colors and that he likes the matches as they came out. He says, yeah, I like them. He confirms with it there. And then I bring him out the 3 gallons of the Pro Classic, because I can't carry 6 gallons all at once. So I bring him out the 3 gallons of Pro Classic, and I bring him out the 3 gallons of Promar 200. And he says, no, I don't need this. And I'm like, and this, again, this is the second time this happened this weekend, and I was already over it. I was like, but you told me you wanted 3 gallons of this. We confirmed this. He's like, no, I didn't need this. I'm like, what do you mean? You had specifically told me that you had wanted this. Oh God, this guy's coming across. I was like, well, what do you, but we confirmed this. You told me you wanted this. He's like, no, I didn't need this. I'm like, okay, I made this because you specifically told me to make this. This is the one time I've actually like argued with the customer. All right, this is the only time I've ever argued with the customer, and I'm in the right here, okay? Because he confirmed it 3 different times, and then I even showed him the color match, and he said it was okay. Hold up.
Please touch screen for ticket or scan credential.
So it's like, when I showed you the 2 different colors that I had and the 2 different paints I had, after you've already confirmed the first 2 times, why didn't you tell me there, right then and there, that you didn't need this other color? If apparently I got it wrong after you confirmed twice already, why did you not tell me you didn't need this other color as well? So it was just like, I didn't say that out loud to him, but I was like, we confirmed this. I confirmed it with you multiple times that this is what you needed, and then again he interrupts me and he says, no, I don't need this. So eventually I bring in someone else, because we can't return this because it's been tinted this time. This time the color has been tinted because of the color match. And so I can't return it because he confirmed he wanted this and it's been tinted, so it's not returnable at this point. Now I have made some exclusions with some customers because, you know, they were having a difficult day, or they're just being a difficult customer, or whatever. And this guy was being a difficult customer, but I was just not having it. I'm like, I confirmed with you so many times about this, and so I just wasn't gonna do it. So I brought someone else in, had them listen to the whole situation, make sure I was in the right, which I was. And you know, I was just pissed off, dude. And and this guy just even starts interrupting her and starts saying, no, I don't need this. It's like, we get you don't need this, but this is what you told me. It doesn't matter whether you need this or not. This is what you told me to make, and so I made it. And you confirmed with me after I checked with you 3 different times. So regardless of that, He was being difficult. I was not having it. That was the first time I've ever had like an argument with a customer. And so it's whatever. He starts walking out. He looks behind his shoulder, comedically, right? He just like it's a movie or something. He looks over his shoulder while he's walking out, looks at me, and just says, "Be careful." I'm like, what the? Is that a threat? I didn't say it out loud. I didn't say anything out loud, but I was just like, in my head, I'm like, is that a threat that did you just threaten me over 3 gallons of paint, dude? There's no way. Or is this just like, or is he just saying that I'm in the wrong here? Is he just blaming me for this whole situation? So I don't know how to take it, but regardless, under my breath though, as he was walking out and as I was walking by one of my other coworkers, I just kind of like very lightly said, just, "Okay, buddy." Or I was like, "All right, buddy." I said that like in my breath. He didn't hear it, but one of my coworkers heard it, and she was like, "It's okay, just, it's fine, just leave it be." I was like, "Yeah, I know, I'm gonna leave it be," but it's just, eventually I was just like, "Oh, why did you?" After I confirmed with you twice, and then I showed you the 2 different colors and the 2 different paints, why did you not stop me there? Because I could have just only made 2 gallons instead of having this whole 6-gallon, mix up here where I have to go and have this whole thing. We could have only had this argument about 2 gallons rather than 6 gallons. Or actually, it's only been 1 gallon because one of those gallons was correct and the other gallon wasn't correct. If that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm explaining this well. But yeah, I was just, there's so many different ways we could have just had this prevented. I mean, I was doing everything I could to prevent this. It was just like, it was just so frustrating. And that was kind of like, it was just a bad weekend. I eventually got like food, or no, I actually eventually left because I had an appointment at 12 with my therapist. But I was just so out of it, dude. Regardless, that's the end of that. Thank y'all for watching this. I do appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys again soon. Have a good one. Bye.